Coming up on Historymakers TV, Jason Kennedy. He's an actor, a singer and a director, and has an amazing story to share.
Today we're speaking with actor, singer and director Jason Kennedy. Now, he used to be Captain Feathersword in the Wiggles for a while. He's got a bit of a story to share with us today. Welcome to the program. How are you, mate?
I'm good, thanks, Matt. Thanks for having me.
Now, you started out as an amateur actor at about the age of 20. Tell us how that all began.
Yeah, it was a random walk along the street, summertime, in a singlet and shorts. They had a sign outside advertising that they were looking for people to audition for this show called Waltzes from Vienna. Went up, auditioned. The choreographer and musical director wanted to throw me out, but the director actually saw that I had possibilities, which was great because within a couple of years I became professional. I just needed that guidance. So yeah, through a random walk it changed my life.
And how many shows have you been in over the years?
Professional 60 plus, including long runs. So some shows I did for a year over in Germany. So I was over there for a few years. And others were like tours, which went for a year. And then you have random shows that would only go for about 4 weeks. So it's been an interesting career.
And what nations have you travelled to in your acting career?
Throughout New Zealand, so don't leave town till you see the country. Australia, I've seen all around Australia. Germany, been both north and south of there. And I had one gig in London, which was more through friends, but they paid, so it was, you know, still a professional gig. But yeah, I have to admit, I've got a lot of friends that work in West End, but it hasn't sparked my interest to work there just because of, I suppose, how London swallows you up and you just feel it's a bit unfriendly around there.
Okay, and then you worked for the Wiggles for a while as Captain Feathersword, and I know my kids, you know, have always loved the Wiggles growing up. You know, I've known so many of their songs over the years. What was it like travelling with them?
It was awesome. Yeah, it was hard work. You know, I was doing a show called the Dorothy the Dinosaur Show, which was the first time that they decided that they wanted to do a spin-off because of how popular they were. They saw the potential to have another show running. So I played Captain Feathersword with them there. So also when Paddy, who was playing Captain Feathersword, needed time off or had a break or was sick, then I'd go and tour with the Wiggles. So it was the best of both worlds. And it was a real eye-opener. You know, I had done several shows back in NZ for the kid shows, but nothing to this size. And it's really quite heartwarming when you come out on stage and you've got thousands of kids just roaring. And it's a rock concert for kids. And you can't help but smile. So the role of Captain Feathersword was just ideal. I got to laugh and just be silly on stage a lot. So it was good.
So what kind of things did you used to do as Captain Feathersword? You know, there might be kids watching now that might want to hear a little bit.
Oh, I don't know, but, you know, you can't picture it that much without the hearer. It doesn't quite look the same, does it, Matt? I don't think so, no. But sometimes I do a pirate dance where you're going around like that, but that was many years ago, and right now my throat's starting to hurt.
That's very good. It's not International Talk Like a Pirate Day today, but I imagine you would come in handy when it is that day.
Yes, yeah, you get the odd requests.
Very good. Now, you've also been directing Phantom of the Opera recently, and I got to go and see the performance, and your wife Louise was also in that. What was it like directing on the other side of the stage?
It was great, very enlightening. It was... Over the years, I've gotten to work with a lot of good people, and you certainly learn a lot over the years by watching, learning, taking on, taking away. And so it was the Queensland premiere for amateur rights, and the great thing that attracted me to do it was the fact that you weren't reproducing the show, you were recreating your own version, except obviously the music would stay the same. So I had a larger cast. I wanted to make sure that we didn't have to double up on the characters in the professional production. We had to double up on roles or play 4 or 5 characters. With the amateur theatre, you had the luxury that you had enough people that auditioned that were good to be able to actually give them each a role effectively or a plot. So it was really fun. You know, I really enjoyed being able to help coach them as well, just to get some of the, what we would classify as amateur traits knocked out of them, so that they gave as good as they could. And we had an amazing cast as well. And it was really interesting being able to direct Louise as well. She is an amazing performer in herself, so it was fun to get the cheeky side of her out, which the cast enjoyed watching. So I sometimes had to just get bossed around, not too much. You know. I was the director, just make sure.
Now your wife has an incredible faith. Yeah, she's been a strong Christian for a number of years, and you've only got a bit more of a recent faith story. Tell us about how her faith has impacted you in your faith journey.
Yeah, well, when we moved over to excuse me, when we moved over to Brisbane, Lou wanted to find a Christian radio station, and she found Vision, and so she, when going to work, used to listen to Vision in the mornings and nights, etc. And unbeknownst to me, you know, I wasn't aware that she was listening to that station at the time. Now, my faith was always where I always believed in fate, and go, I leave it to fate. And it was through her eyes, and then also listening to Vision and things, to come to the realization that fate was actually Jesus Christ. You know, it was just in another name. And so when we had finally bought a car and I drove Lou to work, she would ask to have the Vision radio on. So that got me into listening to Vision as well, and it just sparked the curiosity and the fire within me as well to come back to the faith. And here we are a few years later.
It's been great to have you with us on Historymakers TV. I reckon you're a history maker. Thanks for joining us.